Hello, Wellness Warriors. Welcome back to another episode of the Wellness Inspired Podcast, a place where you can find inspiration, motivation, and empowerment in the pursuit of a wellness lifestyle. I'm your host, Sherry Davidson. I'm a wellness coach and acupuncturist in Houston, Texas, and I am deeply passionate about health and well-being. And as always, I'm here with my co-host, Finn. And if you're new to the podcast, Finn is my terrier mix rescue dog, trail runner, and loyal companion. He is also a therapy dog and greeter at Element 5 Acupuncture and Wellness. What activities? Let's talk a little bit about the activities, the excursions.
Okay.
Something for everybody, right?
Something for everyone. So, going over the itinerary, I know Tammy's got a list of the dailies on board, which we do have an app that you can use for the dailies. You'll see the daily excursions every day. It's loaded the night before. Mm-hmm. So if you've got to be back on board at, 5 o'clock for the sip and sail or 6 o'clock and you need to know what time dinner is, you've got all that on the app. And it does show all the excursions and the meeting points. So you do have you leave the vessel with a key card that has the phone number to the vessel and the location of the vessel. Oh, nice. Because, yes, remember we don't traverse that far. Sometimes it could be 20 miles between port to port, 30 miles, or we do a scenic sailing that would be a little bit longer, could be 46 miles. But you always have the information of where to meet the vessel back. And of course, the guides, when you're on a tour, they get you back on board when you need to. So there's going to be quite a few interesting excursions along this itinerary and some beautiful cities. So you have anything from a bicycle tour to a hike, wine tasting. You're going to get to Melk Abbey, which is beautiful in Dürnstein. Some of these cities are iconic, like Vienna, Budapest, but some of these are very small, like Dürnstein. You only have 250 people that live there. They're all related somehow because it's a large, it's two families, brothers married sisters. And so basically they're all related, but they all have the vineyards in Dürnstein. And it's a fantastic little small community. So you get, like I said, you're going to have those larger iconic cities like Vienna, Bratislava. You get to do the coronation of the City of Kings. These are, the Danube has the Vaca Valley, which you're going to be able to do a scenic sail through. So lots and lots of differences in the valley, the Vaca Valley, all the wineries that are along, or the vineyards that are along the banks of the Danube, and then anything from small to large cities. Passau is this confluence of all three rivers, the Il, the Inn, and the Danube. So you have very colorful, vibrant colors, pastel colors city. You can walk along the banks of the Danube, but you can also bike along or even take a hike. So there's different levels, different activities, and of course you're broken down into those small groups of things to do. One of my favorites is really Melk Abbey. And the Abbey tour, hopefully you will be able to hear a concert. They're probably practicing the concert, but you get to experience the pipe organ. And in Passau at St. Stephen's Cathedral, you have the largest pipe organ in Europe. And when they're playing these pipes, it's loud. It's loud, but it's also, it gives you chills. It really does. So those are just some of the things that you'll be able to do.
Okay, so I have a question. Listen up, runners. There's places we can run, you mentioned.
Yes. From city to city.
I know one of them you said was 25 miles or something like that. I told one of my friends. And I was like, maybe we don't need to do a marathon, but.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But from point A to B, instead of taking the vessel on the Vaca Valley, and that's a pretty and good for the runners. It's not hilly as much. There's some slight hills, but you could run that. And along the river, you have this bike run path that's really along. And then, of course, on the right-hand side is going to be the car path. And it depends on if which direction we're going. But it's a great way to have, you're sheltered from all the cars, but you get to see the view of the river. And you probably will wave to the ship as it goes by.
Yes. You hear that, runners? I don't know how many runners we're going to have on there, but so far it's just me.
Or if you want to take an extended walk and the wellness host would join you. So that's something that they need to plan ahead. So if you do want to do a run or you do want to do a longer walk or even bicycles, they will meet you. Our owner, one of our owners, Gary Murphy, actually did the bike trip and biked it because that's a 27-mile bike ride. And he said it was just magnificent. At one point, they passed up the vessel and waved to it, and met it on the other side.
I could probably bike it. I'd be open to biking it.
Absolutely.
We'll see if any runners come. If they don't, I'll probably just do my own little maybe run in a city somewhere or around the track.
Absolutely, that's a possibility as well.
But I think there's something on the boat for everyone. And I think that's what we're talking about. So if you're a runner, if you're a walker, or if you don't want to do any of it, there's yoga, there's relaxing by the pool.
How about reading a good book?
Reading a good book, whatever you want to do. Yeah, there's something for everybody.
Absolutely. And there's so many little nooks and crannies, I call them, on the Magna. You have little libraries that you can go. We do have a cinema on board, and it's a wonderful way to just relax. Sometimes when there's no one in there, you have the whole cinema to yourself. We do have where we go into Salzburg. We do a Salzburg Sound of Music tour, and you can come back and watch the Sound of Music if you'd like.
Okay.
So.
The upper deck is also beautiful.
Yeah.
If you have really great weather.
And pickleball.
Yeah, next to the pickleball.
Well, next weekend, it's a friend of mine's birthday, and that's what she wants to do for her birthday. So it's going to be my first time to ever play pickleball. So
I'm taking private lessons.
Are you?
It's just something that
it came out of nowhere.
It did, and it's been around for a very long time, but it's just picked up and I mean, people play it. We do have paddles on board. No worries about bringing any equipment, unless you're a diehard pickleball player. You probably bring your own paddle, but we do have those on board, and the wellness host will allow you to, if you need to learn how to play, can teach you.
All right. Oh, the golfing.
Yes, absolutely. So we do have a concierge golf program, which is white glove from start to finish. We have a private van that picks up our golf players. They're going to play 18 holes, have lunch, and cocktails at the clubhouse after. And these courses were designed, they're not right on the river. They do have to be bussed out. But these courses were designed, some were the Lexus Open or the BMW Open. These are World Championship golf courses. So if you've ever wanted to play at some of these courses, we set up the tee times for you. And of course, that golf concierge is with you. So it is a white glove service. And we can do that.
That's not included.
That is not included, and it is an extra cost. But you can choose if you'd like to play 5, 4, 3, or even 2 courses. 2 courses is the minimum you can play.
Okay.
You can bring your own clubs, but I recommend just renting the clubs because you can rent anything from the top of the line clubs.
Okay. I like that. Do you know my mom worked at a golf course pretty much my whole life? Young life, when I was young. So from the time I was probably 5, 6 to the time I graduated from college. And I never picked up a golf club, me or my dad. I drove the beer cart once.
That's a fun thing to do as well.
But, hey.
And talking about beer, wine enthusiasts, because we serve regional wine on board with lunch and dinner. But we also serve beer, and there's some fantastic beer along the Danube. Remember, in the medieval times, the beer and wine were safer to drink than water. So a lot of these monasteries, a lot of these recipes are over 200, 300, 400 years old, and they're still producing fantastic beer. So I'm kind of a beer snob, so I like my beer just as well as I like my wine. So you can have both.
Yeah, I like that. I like beer after a run, after a workout.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Especially if it's hot.
Absolutely.
It's just
Absolutely.
one of the most refreshing things. Well, excellent. Should we talk about cost and deposits and refunds and not? Well, I guess I say refund and I say that because it was mentioned to me. It's a year away,
Right?
And you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I kind of want to address some of those things.
So when you book and you hold your stateroom, there's a $400 deposit that's due within 7 days of holding it. And Tammy handles all of that function of it. And then final's not due till 90 days prior. Yeah. So that $200 of that $400 will be refundable.
Okay, 200 of the 400.
200 of the 400 is refundable.
And no matter when, if you have to cancel, no matter when you cancel, only 200 will be refundable.
Correct. And then penalties start at 35% at 121 days.
Okay.
So you pretty much need to know if you're going to be going or not at least 121 days before final payments due.
What is that? How many months is that?
4 months.
4 months.
We'd say 4 months.
Which most people know 4
Absolutely.
months ahead of time.
A little less than 4 months. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And, we do a good job with trying to accommodate. We know you don't want to cancel, so maybe we can move it to another date. Those are just one-offs. And Tammy works with me on that.
Okay. Good to know.
Of course, we also recommend travel insurance.
Yeah.
Not only for the medical side, but to cover the cost just in case you're less than the 120 days.
Okay.
Then it will cover.
You sent that to me and I haven't looked at it.
Yes. But that's what we highly recommend. It's not mandatory to have travel insurance, but we do highly recommend to anybody traveling, not only taking a river cruise, but a general travel insurance, anything. Yes. It will cover the cost if you had to cancel for a cover reason. And also if you happen to have an unfortunate situation on board the Amawaterways medical, then it will cover also the medical side of it.
And how much does that run?
It depends on age and state.
Okay.
So I'll have to
look
calculate based on what state you live and also the age and what do you want to the cost that you're covering. Yes, that's pretty much all the information that I'll need to calculate, but it depends. So it will be different from client to client.
Okay.
And also what they want to cover. For example, if they're doing an extension or they're just happen to be a couple of days prior somewhere else and they want to cover that part of their trip, that will also extend the number of days that they will be traveling. So that will be more expensive than if you're just covering one side of it.
Okay.
So yes, it's like a 1-to-1 situation.
Okay. I need to look at that. I got it. I just haven't.
I think Lori will agree with me that we to have travel insurance.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You just never know. It could be something happening in your home state and you can't make it to the airport. I mean, that happens as well. So
yeah, because that's another thing to think about. The boat leaves.
Absolutely. Yes, unfortunately, we can't wait for everyone.
Yeah.
But, and if you are thinking about a pre-extension in Budapest, you can't go wrong. We do, that would not be included, but we do have a 2-night Budapest extension. Cruise managers with you in that extension. So meet you in the hotel, greets you. You have a welcome reception. You have touring every day. So it's not just a hotel and tax. It's really the cruise manager, breakfast, touring every day in the hotel.
Yeah.
And Budapest is one of those cities that you could really spend some time in.
Yeah.
You know, Buda and Pest, the Danube flows right through the old part of Buda and Pest, and lots of things to do. The Jewish quarter there is incredible for food. I eat my way through our itineraries, but the market hall has paprika. You know, Budapest is known for paprika, and just a lot of inexpensive souvenirs as well. Just found a gelato shop that designed your ice cream in flowers, but incredible because the different petals could be different flavors. So I've never experienced anything like this. You need to look for this shop. I have a picture I'll send to Tammy, but incredible flavors of gelato, especially. It wasn't just your plain gelato, and they created this beautiful floral design with my gelato. So
fantastic. Well,
that can be added even though they already paid. This can be added even though they already paid their deposit.
absolutely.
And how? What's my question here? Let's say 3 months before we take off, I'm like, oh, I would like to do this. Can you add it?
You can. Yes, you can. If we have space.
Okay.
We're limited with space.
Okay.
That we have, but we do have 2 hotels and they're 4+ 5 star. We always stay in city center. So it's walkable to restaurants and anything that you would like. But Budapest is a great walking city. It really, really is. It's something that you need to put on your list to do.
Okay.
And of course, we spend some time there prior, but you'll definitely want to spend some extra time there as well. And then we do have a post extension in Prague, and that post extension is 3 nights. And of course, those transfers to get from Vilshofen to Prague, and you get to see Regensburg as well.
Okay. Yeah. So when I went to Iceland, it was the same situation for me. I was going to the Faroe Islands, and I had to take a flight from Iceland to the Faroe Islands. That flight was not a frequent flight. Right. And so if I missed that flight, I missed my race. Right. And so I think I got to Iceland maybe 3 days before, or 4 days maybe before my race. And I was thankful because our flight got delayed because of the winds. It got delayed by almost 20 hours. And people were super upset because they were hitting the ground running and they missed their excursions. And I was like, I was just so grateful that I did that. So I can see, taking that time in Budapest, it's kind of a win-win situation because you get there a few days early, you get to explore the city, and then you make the boat.
Yes. And jet lag is a real thing, right?
Yes.
It is. And it allows you that time to kind of get over jet lag, and then you're prepared to, get on board. So give yourself some time, think about it. And it is one-way flights. So wherever you're coming from, you would fly into Budapest and then out of Vilshofen. And Vilshofen's going to be Munich, is going to be your or Prague, whatever extension you're doing, but that's going to be your closest port to departing.
Excellent.
And we can't do flights until about 325 days prior. 295 is really the limit. And we do have options for that. We do have a fixed air cost, or we do customized air. Maybe you are flying a certain carrier that you want, and you would like premium economy. Maybe you would like to upgrade your seat, maybe even to business. We can certainly, Tammy can do all of that for you.
So are these the flights to and from?
To and from.
'Cause that's not included in the...
No, that's not included. You can do it on your own, or we can do it also through Amawaterways. And if you purchase the flights with Amawaterways, the transfer is included, right?
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Because from Vilshofen to Munich, it's a long drive, or a train ride. Yes.
Train ride or bus.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how long was it from Munich to the...
Probably 2.5 hours. Transfer. However, from Vilshofen, you can take that transfer. From Prague, you can fly out of Prague if you do the post transfer extension.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, Tammy can definitely help you with all that air.
Tammy's amazing.
Thank you.
I've referred her to people, and they're just like, "Thank you so much."
Very thorough.
Yes,
Very
she is.
thorough.
Yes, she is. I want her on my side when I travel.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have another question from someone, and they asked about pairing up with other guests if they go as because the
solo traveler.
the travel So if someone wants to go as a single, what options do they have? Will we be able to match them with somebody in a room?
Actually, that is something that we don't do.
Okay.
But that would be something that you could possibly do.
Okay.
But we do have solo options.
Okay.
And those solos would pay not 200%, but 1.50 percent. Sometimes 1.25, depending on the stateroom that they're booking. So anything from 1.25 to 1.50. Never, unless they want a suite. If they want a suite, our suites are 200% for a solo. But it would behoove them to maybe talk to you, Sherry, about maybe finding someone, or maybe someone else showed an interest in a solo, and maybe you can pair them together.
Okay.
And they don't mind sharing, but we don't do it as a company.
Okay.
We just offer the solo rates.
So explain the solo rate. I was a little confused. You said it's 1.5.
It's 100%, of course, for that one passenger. Then it's half of another person, so 150%. So
Okay.
they're paying.
So it would be
So
6.
1 person and a half they're paying.
Yes, one and a half person. Correct.
So
For
in
the-
a room it's a double.
Yeah.
So
We
if-
base
if
everything
you- If every room is double, the price is
Yeah.
per person, but it's
Yeah.
considering 2 people.
Yeah.
So if you have a single, of course, that person has to pay 100% of one person.
Right.
But since it's taking the space for another person that it's not
So it
there,
costs them more.
It will cost them 50% of that second person.
I see. But they
So-
would be in the room by themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
That's a benefit if they they don't want to share with somebody.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, I
And it's always
see.
the bathroom, right? Because we only have
Yeah.
one bathroom. And sometimes women sharing bathrooms is just, we want our own bathroom in our own space to get dressed. But, we have a lot of passengers that travel solo
Yeah.
because they do want that stateroom to themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have 2 women traveling together that each take a stateroom, right? They just want that
I like my own space too.
own space. Exactly.
But I'll share. Okay, so we talked about the refund deposit. Anything else? Like
Entertainment.
entertainment. What's I saw music.
Yes. So in each destination, in each city or each port, we call it, we bring on entertainment from that destination. So it could be a dance troupe. There's a fantastic, very vibrant, lively dance troupe that comes on from Budapest each evening. It could be classical music. It could be opera singers. I know on my last Danube cruise, we were in Vienna and we had 3 opera singers that came on, and they were absolutely incredible. So we really bring the destination to you. And they started on one of the songs from The Sound of Music. And of course, the day before, we had just done the Sound of Music tour in Salzburg. So we did the entire soundtrack, it felt, of The Sound of Music. And I think we had a sing along till 3 o'clock in the morning. And, I think we probably overextended their voices for them, but it was an incredible evening. And it could be a cooking demonstration. We could possibly make strudel and, but it's always something from that destination, and the entertainment's quite lovely. And we do have a piano player that plays all other times, and different genres of music, but also maybe you can dance till 1 o'clock in the morning if that's what you like.
All right.
Yeah, they do have like a piano and /DJ. We danced one of the nights.
Did you?
Yeah.
Your mom was out there.
Yeah, my
dancing
mom
away?
was dancing away. And they also have at least for the Christmas market, we had like contests. So
Wow.
we participated in some of the contests.
That sounds like fun. I love it. Well, I'm excited. This is just This sounds so amazing.
I know. I want to focus a little bit on the dining aspect,
Okay, yeah.
especially for your clients that maybe have picked up a different lifestyle, right? They're maybe vegan or vegetarian, low salt, or maybe no sugar. We can accommodate all of those dietary restrictions with the dining. The only thing we cannot accommodate is kosher. And of course, celiac. If it's a really different forms of celiac, we can accommodate. But just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, thank you for that, because there are more and more vegans these days, more and more vegan and vegetarians these days, or pescatarian.
Yes.
And whenever they sign up through me, I have a form for every client where they have to fill out their information. And one of the questions that I ask if they have any allergies or dietary restrictions. Actually, my mom is allergic to shellfish, and I communicate that to Amawaterways. And of course, they were always telling her, like, are you okay? Do you want to change something? They were always explaining to her the menu and what, especially for the tasting menu that we had, what was replaced for her and how they prepared the meal for her so that she wouldn't have any issues. Also for the dining experience, the menu, it's awesome. It has very local food and cuisine that you can taste. So something different, but they also have, daily, I think they have the steak, the grilled chicken and the grilled salmon. If you just want to go on the lighter side, with vegetables or salad. So you always have that choice. And I think hamburger as well, which is not as healthier as the chicken.
It's
or
something
the
for
salmon.
everybody.
But there's, it's not only like local cuisine, but you also find other alternatives if you're looking for something kind of the healthier side.
Okay.
I promise, and that's a promise I can keep. You will not go hungry on a river cruise.
Yeah.
There's just so many things, and of course, when you get into the destination as well, maybe you find, maybe you're in Vienna and you go to the Sakal Hotel and get that fabulous chocolate tart. You can pick it up, bring it back on board, have it. You can have it there, or you can bring it back on board. And that's with any wines or even liqueurs that you find. We don't have a corkage fee, so you can bring back those lovely items and experience them on board. We do have a mini fridge in each stateroom. So if you have to put any kind of medicines or anything in it, I always say fill it with chocolate, especially on this itinerary.
Or gelato.
Or gelato.
Or gelato.
Well, yes.
Not the freezer. But I want also to mention that the experience, I know that maybe a lot of your clients have not done a river cruise, but they have done like ocean cruise. So it's a little bit different, especially when you're coming in and out of the ship. The river cruise feels more like you're coming in and out of a boutique hotel. There's no big lines and big security lines that you have to normally go through if you're on an ocean cruise. So you just go in and out with your room key, and that's it. You do have to check in and out because they want to know who's coming in and who's out.
Sure.
But other than that, there's not a security like in ocean cruises. So it's just like a hotel, a boutique hotel, because it's small.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big differences, as well as bringing like alcohol and food from outside into the ship. It's not that restricted, I think.
Yeah.
That's one of the
I didn't realize
biggest.
you couldn't do that on cruise ships.
Some of them, they don't allow you to bring, because alcohol might not be included in the cruise. So if you're bringing alcohol, that might be a restriction. So it depends on the ocean cruise, but in the river cruise, it
seems
it's
very relaxed.
More relaxed, yes. And also about relax, the dining experience, it's very, the dress code is not like a gala that maybe on other ocean cruises that you have to be with like a special suit and dress. It's more relaxing type of like.
Yeah, as far as the dress code, like or not dress code, but what do people wear on river cruises?
Your excursions, you want to be comfortable. And I always say comfortable shoes. Comfortable shoes. And and change your shoes often because you want to be comfortable. Because remember, you're walking on cobblestone streets. So there is some, unevenness and levelness to the ground. But also, when you're dining, we want you to be comfortable. In the chef's table, and the captain's gala, you'll see some women in dresses, maybe a black dress, a little black dress. But we ask no shorts and no jeans in the dining room at night. Okay. But during the day, you're going to be experiencing, you're going to be walking around, putting some miles on your feet.
We're going to be active.
Yeah, active. So you want to be in active lifestyle clothing, right? Okay. And very casual. And, Tammy was saying that there are no lines, and that's the beauty of river cruising. But remember that if you've taken an ocean cruise, oceans take you to all these countries and rivers take you right through them. So we dock in the heart of the city where you can just sometimes hop on and off. And about 4 of the ports that you'll be in, you just get to walk right off. And that's the beauty of it. No lines. Yeah. No lines.
Yeah. Well, I get, this might be a question. If it's rough, I get motion sick.
Never experienced river. No, never on the rivers.
How rough did those rivers get?
Not rough at all.
No.
You will not feel any movement whatsoever. Okay. Even if a big barge passes, it just doesn't because of the design of the vessel. And when we're going through the lock system, that is such a unique thing to see. Everyone goes to the top deck, and there's no movement there as well. Okay, good to know. Because I was like, maybe I need to get some Dramamine or something. No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom normally gets seasick, motion sickness. She didn't even know that we started moving. The first day she opened the balcony, she's like, "Where are we?" We're like, "Okay, we started moving." She's like, "I didn't feel anything." And I said, that's the beauty of river cruising, because you're not in super open space either, like in the ocean, right?
Yeah. So there's some rivers and lakes get pretty rough.
Yes.
But the one at my parents,
not on the European rivers.
They live on the San Bernard River, not far from here, about an hour. And it can get whitecap sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not here. Yeah. Amsterdam is the only really, the Rhine because we have a little area that we go actually out to the sea, but it's all protected. And remember, on the rivers, you can see both sides of the river.
Yeah.
Some are more narrow than other places. So both sides.
I'm safe.
You'll be okay.
I'll be okay. What else? Is there anything else that we need to inform people about?
I think if you have any doubts about river cruising or what it's like, we do have some YouTube channels that you can see. I know that Sherry and Tammy can send you some links to just life on board and some of the inclusions. Hopefully we prepared that, but we'd invite you to the Total Wine.
Total Wine. Yeah.
I will show some beautiful pictures. We'll talk about the itinerary again, all the inclusions. And
come with questions.
Come with questions. And if it's your first time, I don't have anyone, I've never heard of anyone say they do not like a river cruise or the experience. They didn't have to take a vacation after their river cruise because it's so relaxing. And they love the experience, especially getting so many countries in one sailing. And that's really the beauty of river cruising. Heart of the destination is what we focus on, and especially with Alma. So can't wait to have you on board.
No, I am super excited. And every time somebody comes in and they're just like, I've heard good things about these river cruises, or they'll talk about Amawaterways. And every time somebody comes in and says it, I'm like, okay, let's go. Why wasn't it October?
And it's very flexible. So you can kind of tailor your river cruise as you want, like level of fitness or relaxation. It is not like from 8 to 5 that you don't have any free time. So each person can design their own river cruise trip, really, when you're there. And you can design it by day by day. Maybe the first day you want to do a more leisure pace walk, but then the following day you might want to do a hike or a bike. And the bikes are there. Even if you don't want to take a tour, you can take the bike if you just want to bike around.
Yeah.
So if you need some alone time and to go around and tour on your own, that's also welcoming there. Yeah. So it depends on each person, I think.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And I will be bringing my little signature on this cruise, and I'll be doing some wellness talks. I'm thinking right now, I don't have it all worked out, but I'm thinking about doing some talks around holistic wellness. So I'm generating some content for a class right now. So I'll probably be bringing that with me and giving some talks. And then we'll have, as a group, we'll do hopefully some mindful meditation. And then we'll have the dinner at the end. We'll come together as a group. And, but yeah, you don't have to stay with the group the whole time, but we will have moments where I want to come together and meet, greet, and just talk. And, yeah, community.
I'd like to go now.
So I generated a PDF file, and it has or document, and it has all the information in there, all the links you sent me. It has the registration for the Total Wine. It has the videos. It has your information, everything I could gather that we've talked about so far. And I put it in a PDF file. So if anybody is interested, I will put that PDF file in the show notes.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I can't wait to have all of you on board. I hope you choose an Amawaterways cruise, a river cruise especially. You will never regret it.
Well, I'm excited, and excited to have Tammy and both of you, or excited to have Tammy and Laurie to be a part of this team. You can't go wrong with Tammy. She's amazing. So, yeah, well, thank you both for being here.
No, thank you for having us, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
June 17th, 5:30.
Sounds good. Thank you.
If you like what you hear, please subscribe to the podcast and share with your family and friends. You can also give me a rating and review wherever you listen to your podcast. It helps others find me as well. To get updates on new episodes and wellness inspiration in your inbox, please join the Wellness Inspired community. Go to thewellnessinspiredpodcast.com to sign up. I'll put the link to the website in the show notes so you can click and join. Also, there's a Facebook community at The Wellness Inspired, and you can follow me on Instagram at wellness_inspired. If you're in the Houston area or just visiting and interested in our services, acupuncture, herbal medicine, cupping, zen shiatsu, or dry needling therapy, contact us. You can find out more on our website at element5om.com. That's element5om.com. And again, I'll put the link in the show notes. If you're interested in health and wellness coaching, we can connect in the clinic or on Zoom. Reach out to us and we'll get you on the schedule. And as always, I would love to hear your feedback. I am dedicated to bringing you great content that is inspiring and informative with an artsy, fun, edgy spin. Thank you so much for listening. We'll meet here again next time. And remember, never stop exploring, learning, loving, and being you. Bye.